Hi, I'm Frank from The Strange Familiar, and I started playing music at age 16 and started to get really serious about it at age 19. Started playing in bands and deciding that this was something I wanted to do with my time. And then I played in a number of bands until I was around 23, and that's when I met Kira and Jeff and joined The Strange Familiar.
Hello, I'm Kira, and I've been playing music, I think I started when I was 8, piano lessons, and then joined a band with Jeff in grade school, and I think that was like 7th grade or something, and then we played in bands together since, and then started TSF in 2006, so go ahead.
Yeah. And she said I'm Jeff. She always speaks for me.
Stealing your thunder.
Kind of like
Thanks.
took us down the line.
I started playing guitar at the age of 11, and I just never really put it down. It was kind of always a passion of mine. The reason why I never drove a car in high school, because I was always putting my money into guitars. But yeah, and like Kira said, we started playing in bands like, I think it was 6th grade. Might have been.
I guess it's earlier.
Anyway, it's been a long ride, and I'm enjoying every minute of it, and yeah, The Strange Familiar is a lot of fun.
And the guy in the lucky suits that got to go last.
Gee golly.
Hi, I'm Nick, and I started playing drums when I was like 10, throughout like schools and stuff, and got off college a little bit after high school to do my old band, and my old band used to play with their old band a couple times.
Marching band.
Marching band.
Weren't you in the marching
I
band?
wasn't in the marching band. Now I teach marching band. And then I went to school in Boston for a little bit, and then I decided to go out to LA to go to school, and that's when I met up with these guys. And I didn't enjoy it until like 2009. And it's been super fun ever since.
Yeah.
There you go.
Gee, golly gee. I know Kara and Jeff, you were in a band prior. What was that experience like, and how did it lead to where you are today? No war stories, but no bus.
We got some good ones. No, no, it was fun. We had a good time with that other band. It was just, I think it got more and more serious as we went. It got progressively more and more intense about what we were doing. And then I think starting so young, we didn't really have, I don't know, we didn't really have any experience to look back on and to learn from. And I think that's really helped this band.
Mm-hmm.
All of us being in other projects before this really helped us to, I guess, come together more on more of an adult professional level instead of like it being about relationship, all of it. We obviously were friends, but the old band was crazy and insane and definitely more rock and roll than this what we're doing now.
I feel like we got a lot of our mistakes out in that band.
Yeah, we tried a lot of stuff. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Now your music has been seen on Vampire Diaries and also Pretty Little Liars, to name a few. What was it like for you the first time you guys heard your music played on such a big platform? Especially the Vampire Diaries and Pretty Little Liars are probably two of the biggest shows.
Yeah, they're huge. I was stoked. I mean,
Yeah.
we were all watching the shows and like DVR'd them and rewatched them and we're like, "Is this awesome?"
Yeah.
We were really excited because we were fans of the shows, and we watched Vampire Diaries for a while, and we know how passionate those fans are.
Mm-hmm.
And so when we heard we were getting those songs in the shows and more and more songs in the shows, that it just every time we found out, we were super excited about it and couldn't wait to see what the fans would do and how they'd react.
Yeah, and we had a lot of fun putting together like lyric videos for the songs too, because we knew people would look for it, and we had experienced that before, so we were ready for it, and it was definitely fun doing that.
What is it like going out and playing shows? I know you were recently at Rockwood Music Hall here in New York.
Yeah, it's so much fun. It's definitely, I think the live aspect is one of the best things that you can experience as a band, because it's all about the energy of that moment. You can't recreate that moment again. So, and then reaching out to fans, like actually being able to look at them in the audience and sing along with them, it's just always, it's great.
Do your fans react differently depending on the city?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it depends on the vibe of the venue, I think. It depends on if it's, a very chill thing or if it's, more energy. But the more people that are there, usually, like, the better the show, always. I mean, obviously, because you feed off that energy that they have.
Now your new EP drops on Tuesday, and you're going to be having a full album come out next year. How excited are you for both?
We're definitely really excited because we really love this music and we really put everything into it that we can. And we're furiously writing the rest of the record right now. So,
Yeah, I think it's the most cohesive EP we've done to date. I think we spent the first album, kind of the ones that we did ourselves, like figuring it out. And I think we can finally say that we figured it out by now. And I mean, we're always growing still and evolving, but we're really excited because this is like the first step forward that we feel is like really strong and very cohesive, and it's kind of in a new direction for us. So.
How would you describe your music?
You I always get thrown like the curveballs.
How would you describe this journey?
I don't know. It's kind of. I mean, we all listen to like a ton of different music. Like nobody really has any same interest. I mean, there's a few, but I don't know. It's just like it's like everything all in one, and like we don't like try to do anything. It just kind of we've let it kind of just come out, and it is what it is.
it's so hard to describe.
I don't know.
Like I don't know. I guess it's what I feel like the new record is it's more. It's like there's an epic feel to it, which I like, and it's definitely has elements of like, for us, like coming from more of a rock place, it has some of that in there, but it also has like more modern sounds and synths and beats and things like that, and we're trying to bring up the energy, and so I think that's what it is. I don't know, I used to say like singer-songwriter was a band kind of feel, but I don't really get that anymore. It's more...
This one's a little more cinematic-y.
Yeah. Our music has always kind of been like that, and I think that's why we've gotten lucky with placements and things like that, so...
Now, I'm going to start with you, Frank, because I miss your voice. I've only heard one stuff.
All right.
What pre-show rituals do you do to get yourself warmed up, other than, like, obviously getting on your guitar?
Yeah.
Is there anything you do to get yourself in the mindset?
Yeah, usually I just need to make sure I have all my gear.
Mhm.
I gotta make sure I got the tuner, the cable,
He's
the
good.
bass, check the battery. And I'm saying this with a little bit of humor because I'm not, let me put it this way. If I were to be a roadie,
Mhm.
like as a profession, I would have been fired years ago. So I just kind of getting those physical elements in place. But other than that, I'm usually really chill for shows. I enjoy it.
Somebody's got to be a certain
Really?
group,
No,
whether it's one of the guys or one of the girls.
I don't know. I really enjoy playing my bass, and I don't really put too much more on it, on myself more other than that, like
Are you the victim of the pranks amongst the group? I
the pranks.
feel like the three of them are guilty.
I don't know. I
You know what? It's funny you mentioned that because we did have a Prank Monday on social media sites.
Yeah.
We put
We
up
did.
funny pictures of prank.
Really, that's about 2 weeks ago. Frank got pretty bent in shape about it.
Oh, you didn't realize that it wasn't something you were included on.
I don't know. I just. No, I think it was endearing, you guys. They made they photoshopped like the head of the Frankenstein character on my head, and it was like me playing my bass and it's like Frankenstein, so it was like
We call him Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Frankenstein.
yeah. But I don't recall like becoming upset about that.
No, you were.
He was
Sure. I think it just kind of ran its course.
When we
Yeah.
started out, like, it was really hard for us because we were in this band for 10 years before this band, and we would really rag on each other really bad. Like, we made fun of each other a lot. And so then Frank came along, and we were like, if we ever tried to mess with Frank, he was like, what? And he'd be like upset, and he'd be like, are you serious? Like, why are you acting like that? And we were like, and then but eventually, like, we got into it, and he's an only child, so it's like, we really, like, we're his brothers and sisters now, so it's good.
If
And
you
he-
guys
he's
play
into it.
pranks on each other, though, you guys got to go home to each other.
Yeah.
So,
We
that's
usually
dangerous
do.
territory.
We tried to prank Nick once, it kind of backfired.
Oh, that was a blow up. Yo,
Wasn't much of a prank, guys. Okay.
we don't talk about it.
I'm mad about it.
We don't.
It's a good
We don't.
thing.
We're way off base here. We're way off base. Here, you can share rituals.
Oh, are we doing pre-show rituals?
We were.
I
For
think.
me, I don't know. I really don't have any. I don't know. I just have to have time to like put makeup on and do that and like be girly and stuff because
Yeah,
And then
the
I
last
usually,
thing
like,
she's thinking about is playing music.
I also have to find somewhere to do that, because like there's never usually like a bathroom or anything that's like, private, so you have to like get
Yeah.
in there and do your thing before anyone gets in there, and, 'cause I don't know, I've had some years of dirty clothes trying to find my own space, and I've done some makeup in some gross places.
Yeah.
I'm too busy to have pre-show rituals. I'm the guy buzzing around the place trying to figure everything out.
May I tell a story to intro into the truth?
Excuse me?
May I?
We want all four members intact when they
So
leave
the
this room though.
the
so.
first show I ever played with the Strange Familiar, I think it was like an hour before Descent. We were playing, it was the Fantasy in Cleveland.
Fantasy night.
Yeah, Fantasy Nightclub in Cleveland.
I don't even remember this.
And I'm just like hanging out, like just sipping on a beer, all my stuff, I have my gear, everything's good, And then Jeff comes up to me, like, just his whole affect is just like, so, dude, where's my, do you know where this is, where my cable is? And I'm just like,
Oh, I don't remember that one.
I was like, where did this come from? So Jeff, before shows, we just know that Jeff has these little panics about nothing. But he just needs to panic. And
They
that's,
make medication.
so is that, so I'm,
Well, I'm usually reminding you, Frank, that you forgot a cable of some sort and you didn't bring your power or something and you need to do this.
Or it's intertwined around his legs. Or
Yes. Frank, your cable's about to be unplugged. You might want to fix that. Oh, you're right.
I will say Jeff does freak out though.
It's not a freak out as much as trying to be prepared because a lot of, in my defense, a lot of the stuff falls in my lap. No one really cares where the merch goes. I'm always worried about it.
What are you talking about?
But actually, in the defense of Nick, he does help a little bit.
A little bit, but
Yeah.
like the compliment right.
So,
to
and
the-
then, like, what are we gonna play? Who's got the set list? Where's the water? I'm like pretty much like the
You know
band
who the set
roadie.
list? Me and Kira did the set list.
I'm like the band roadie on top of being a guitar player, so, yeah.
We do the set list and everybody argues.
Guitar player, roadie.
I was gonna say, I feel like now the truth is gonna come out. Go ahead. Let us.
So yeah, my thing is I just keep these guys in line, talk to some fans, mingle in the crowd.
Nick's always on time, so he's got plenty of time.
Yeah, he's got time to do stuff.
Where did you come up with the name for the group?
Well, we needed a name for this project that totally didn't exist when we came up with the names. We came up with the name like before we even knew what we were doing.
Mhm.
So it kind of was a little, I don't know, I feel like the name like maybe a little bit not fitting. It sounds like, it sounds a little metal, doesn't it? Or something, it sounds weird. Anyway, it was strange to be starting something new, but it was like we're still doing music, so it was kind of familiar to us. It was our life that we had been living for 10 years. And then on top of that, there's a class that I was in, cultural anthropology, and there was a phrase, to study other cultures, you have to render the strange familiar and the familiar strange. And it just stuck with me, strange familiar, I like that.
Now, do you guys have a favorite song that you perform live, and then when you actually listen to your EP, like a different song better, or do each of you have a favorite song? Conflicts with the others.
go ahead, just kind of nudged. My favorite
Look at
song,
all the songs.
my favorite song is Echoes for sure.
Okay.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, good.
But for whatever reason, we're not playing tonight.
No, it's just all of
I'm
his
just kidding.
favorites,
I'm
like,
just
you
teasing.
don't play as much. And except like when
Yeah.
you come home for a show, we'll play
Yeah.
it because you're there.
They throw you a bone.
Yeah. Mine right now is Surrender, I have to say. I love that song. I love playing that song. It's got a lot of energy and it's really powerful.
I like to play, let me think.
Everybody's here, huh?
Painkiller's fun to play. That's a new one on EP, and it's got a lot of energy, and like for the whole entire, I don't know, minute and a half, Nick's like just doing the snare roll, just rocking it out, and it's like just got a lot of energy, and it's a lot of fun to play. But as far as like tracks on,
On the album.
I really like Except to You. It's kind of a ballad on the EP, and it's just like a very, the song just keeps growing and growing and growing and growing and growing. By the end, it's just like, the band comes in and it's just very epic and cool. So those are my two favorites on the track and on live.
I would say Surrender probably. It's just like it's like super good nice song, and like it leaves a lot of room for like emotion and stuff. And I don't know. Seems like we all really like connect on that one.
Yeah.
It
Seems like
grows too.
How tough is it to go on tour? I know that you guys drove from Ohio to be here in New York. That's not around the corner in Jersey. So what kind of strain does that put on you, both in energy and, time, obviously?
Yeah, it can be straining, but I think, I don't know, we all just make it work, I think. It's just, I think when there's longer stretches of a few shows here, like strung together, like more tour kind of thing, that's harder, I think, because you start to really, can get on each other's nerves, or you're in this van cooped up together for several hours driving, you know.
But when you're not doing it, you miss it. It's weird. It's a
Yeah.
love-hate relationship. Like we don't tour as hard as, you know, a traditional band sometimes, because a lot of our music does live, you know, in placements and in radio and that kind of world. So we kind of do more strategic placement of shows. We'll do, you know, right now we're in the writing phase. We're not doing a ton of touring right now, but when we do, it's like, I can't wait to get back on the road. And then when you're on the road, you're like, I can't wait to get back in the studio. So it's like this constant juggling act of what we do. But I definitely enjoy it. It just develops character. It builds funny stories to talk about later. Remember that gig when, and you know, all this. It's fun. It's good time.
And now for each of you, the final question would be, what advice would you give to somebody who is looking to A, break into the music industry, B, you know, when should they really pursue it seriously, and well, I don't know, C, so if you think of a C, go ahead.
Okay. There you go. Frank, you up? Are we doing the lineup here?
Yeah. Just do it. Don't think about it. And like, fail soon and often.
Mhm.
Learn from it. Do it again.
Right.
Early and often. Fail early and often.
Early enough.
You set all our minds ablaze with that.
I don't know what to do now.
I know,
Yeah.
I
I said it all.
No one can talk.
No, I would say when to take it seriously. I mean, if you're really passionate about it, you'll know. I mean, and if it's something that you love and you can't not do, then you should really take it seriously. I think we always kind of took it that seriously. I mean, we were having more fun when we were just doing covers and like, you know, just starting to play shows, just starting to do music as kids. But I think we always had like this thing in our minds that music was going to be it. You know, we have to do that. So,
Yeah.
and then like advice, like just, I don't know, just write music. I think that's number one. Write it.
Yeah, that was kind of what I was going to say, to expand on that. Like, well, first of all, persistence is important. We're the kind of people that, I was never like naturally that gifted at guitar playing. And I just kind of never stopped. I just kept playing and playing and playing. And I think persistence is a huge part of this business. And you know, it's kind of cliche, but it's true. You keep practicing, keep going after it with passion, and you'll get there. But as far as, I mean, it's great to be able to perform and play an instrument, but I would definitely recommend learning the art of like writing a song. And once you've figured that out, then that's when it can become a career. That's when you know, like when you're doing that well, then good things can happen, because it's all about the song, really, at the end of the day.
He's too choked up to talk.
I think just like if you love something, just do it. And like for this, it's almost not even like a career. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go to work 9 to 5, and then I have hobbies outside. That's what I do. It's more like this is your hobby and this is your career. And it's kind of like your life. It's not like much of like a job.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So you just kind of have to like live it and just like breathe music. So.
Awesome. Well, I myself look forward to the EP coming out next week. I'm sure all your fans do. So best of luck to you in the future, and thank you so much for doing this interview.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.